Sam's done a brilliant job, and he has found some problems from our suppliers. Honestly, this has been one of the worst jobs I've ever been on. I am a little bit concerned. So this week on episode 10 of the NS Diary, we finally received the new part for our staircase, which got delivered wrong the first time. We're making workshop improvements, and both me and Sam get extremely ill and we lose a load of time in the workshop. Follow along and see what happens on this episode, the NS Diary. All right, good morning, people. Good morning to this fine, cold Monday morning. It is currently just under 10 degrees. Well, that's inside. But it is chilly this morning. And I have had a bit of a nightmare of a weekend. Just doing and dealing with some fucking personal fuck-ups, if I was being honest with you guys. But then it's what is good. What good thing is happening is the fact that I have caught myself. And I'm tackling today with a different sort of mindset, because somebody said to me, if you don't change, nothing will. It has been stuck in my head for a little while because it's very true. And right now, I've already mentioned how things are working really well in the business. Like, we are still stuck, we're still struggling, there's still, right this moment, there isn't a lot of money in the bank, we're still waiting on invoices, still working job to job. But the difference with that is that stuff is getting caught up with. So we've been caught up with jobs. We don't have nothing outstanding other than one railing, which looks like it might be a dry week. So this week that should be out the way. And then we're caught up. We're back to making money. And on top of that, the advertising has done really well. I mean, just over the past week, we've got 13 form fill outs. Spoke to majority of them. Couple no answers, but I will be calling them back up this week, and couple quotes to be sent out. This morning I've just done a complete design and a proposal for somebody. I've also done the fab drawings for our staircase that we're about to get on with, and I have dialed back actually on the locations for the advertising, because we were getting a couple of inquiries from London. And yes, we could potentially do it, but it is quite a long way away. And if it's not a one-day install, it could turn into a bit of a faff. So we obviously don't know if we want to be traveling all the way up to London just quite yet. So I will speak to these inquiries that are currently that far, but I have dialed back, and I don't really want to be seeing inquiries from all the way up the line. So what is going on this week then? What am I actually going to be doing slightly different? Well, the difference that is going to happen is, number one, in what I'm actually showing you. Because although I've really enjoyed making videos, I haven't really been on showing problems and showing exactly what's going on day to day. It's more of being me talking about it and me showing time lapses of the work. So this morning, what I've done instead is I've decided, right, I'm going to show from the morning what's going on. So from tomorrow, you're going to see what happens in the morning when I wake up as well, because I woke up really early, really nice and early today, and got on with some really good work. But I should have filmed it, I should have discussed about it, I should have given some more insights, should have mentioned the struggles that happening. But now I'm sort of driving to the workshop, my mindset is shifting into production mode. So I need to keep those two things split. And I don't know if I'm making much sense this morning, but I'm in a bit of a cuckoo fucking situation where I'm like, come on, let's sort this shit out now. Let's go to the workshop and let's fucking get it going. We've made it to the workshop and we've unloaded all of our plates. So we've got our plates for our staircase. We're just waiting on the beam to come. So what we've got to do, Sam, is we have to countersink all these holes. So we want to clean up the edges so they're not sharp. So we want to deburr every edge, and we want to countersink these holes for a 10mm countersink. So let's just double check our 10mm bolts will fit in there. We will need to check that 8mm bolts will fit in here. These won't be getting countersunk, the tread plates, only going to be the top and the bottom plate. we've got all of these now countersunk and cleaned up. So now we're just going to open up these packs, get rid of all burrs, any laser cutting, so where the plates have been cut, like there in the middles or on the edges. Then all of these just got here as well, so we'll deburr all of these. And I have a feeling that a couple of those might not be correct. So once all of these are deburred, they will be checked, cross-checked with each other to make sure everything is the same. As long as everything is the same, we can cut one, so we can trim one there, which will be our bottom one. Double check all of our angles, then we'll start tacking some of these on. So what worries me, the only thing that worries me on a job like this is warping, because although this is a very strong beam, and we did go for a really nice thick box section, I'm still cautious that when we're welding and heating up these edges here, what's gonna end up happening is this will want to bow up from the middle, because you're only welding and heating up one edge. I do have a couple of ideas of how to keep that from happening. However, I do still have to be careful. One of the ideas is to pull one of the I-beams out of there, stick that on a couple of trestles, and then bolt this or clamp this to the I-beam. But we're yet to get that far. So now we're just going to clean up and make sure that all of those are the same. As long as that is correct, then we should be fine. Even though just from looking at a couple of the markings, it looks like stuff isn't exactly as it should be. But anyway, let's not get too ahead of ourselves, because assumptions are not good. Get on with cleaning them up. Right, so while we've got Sam working through there, we are going to make some calls on our leads here. Let's switch over to the Sam cleanup cam. I have just been making some calls and we're moving forward with our leads from in there. But Sam's done a brilliant job cleaning everything up for this job. And he has found some problems from our suppliers. We have got parts which are 7 mil difference. So they're 5 mil off from 4 mil from what we need to be from our desired size. And they're 7 mil from the best and the worst difference. And then we've gone over, Sam's gone over, put all the marks in. So he's really getting there with the drawings, understanding drawings and putting his reference dimensions, putting his reference marks. So yeah, he's really starting to get a hold of that. Now we've got that first section on there, and now we're about to start putting some tacks on. So the reason I'm starting from that one and not that first one is because the first one will need to get cut. So we're gonna make a start. We're gonna tack a couple, we're gonna tack all the good ones. Sam's just cleaning up the table. He's gonna move them over there, so they're not in our way. And then once we've got the main ones that we can use tacked up, cross-check all of our heights, make sure the heights are exactly as they need to be, and then we move on and go from there. So let's get these tacked up. Let's tack a couple of these and see what we can do. Right guys, I'm super struggling out here because we have got an issue. And we have got an issue with our materials that are being supplied. So we have done our first reference, and we've got it really bang on. So when we're checking this, it's exactly hitting to the mill where it needs to be from the bottom, 302. But then I'm going over to this side, and I'm almost 2 mil out, 1 to 2 mil out. But what it's doing is it's throwing a massive spanner in the works when we're trying to put the plate on there. So we've got an next plate coming here, and we can't square that plate because this is not square. And we've just decided to go over to the other parts, and half of them are out of square as well. I just spoke to the suppliers earlier today. Yeah, look at that. I don't know if the camera can see it, but that is not square. And we've got a couple which are even worse. So that means now another call back to the suppliers to tell them that we've got even more problems than what I already told them about. Which I'm sure Chris is going to be very happy with me. But I need to make that phone call because squareness is really important when you're working with a staircase, that you need all the treads to be level. So you want, because this is a single spine staircase, the tread will come out here. So you want that distance from top of tread to bottom of tread to be the same, and same along the whole way. Because if we're just checking middles, it's fine. But when you get to a section and your treads are like that, obviously exaggerated, then you've got a difference in step on every single one, and we can't allow for that to happen. So next thing, phone call back to the suppliers. Do it. Tell you mate, it's Chico, you alright? Got some more bad news for you. I've checked, so the ones that, out of the ones that are usable, I have a couple which are running away in terms of squareness, and they're a little bit too far, mate. I'm not able to use them, so I think they're 2 and 3 mil respectively out of square, which is another 1, 2, 3. So to the 4 that you counted earlier, yep, so that's 1. And that one is like 3 mil out. That's 2. That one's 2. Do you know what? That one I might be able to salvage. That one I've already tacked. I'll try and salvage that one, mate. But 2 additional 2, please, to the ones I mentioned earlier. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I'll snap some photos for you now. In fact, on the one I'm literally looking at now, I don't even need to put a paper across it for you guys to be able to see that they're different. And I'm sure your guys would be very happy with that picture. I'm trying not to be difficult, Chris. It's just I've got to make this work. You know, I'm trying to get a job out this week, and obviously we're hitting delays now with material not being right. But I am trying to use what I can, mate, to make your life a little bit easier and mine a little bit easier. Well, it makes my life a little bit harder, but I like you enough. I'll send a couple photos for you now, mate. All right? Beauty, Chris. Thank you, mate. I'll catch you later on. Get on. Bye bye. Look at what they want a picture of. Right, YouTube. Look at this shit. And he's gone, can you send me a photo? I'm like, I don't even need to put a tape across it. You can see it's miles away. These two are completely different. What tape? You don't need a tape, mate. But yeah, let's take some pictures for them. What we're doing now is we're just test fitting the rest of these, because we seem to be flying off our lines quite a bit when keeping the same curve height. As you can see, our lines are here, but we're having to go miles away so we can be in line. Because the inaccurate cuts are compounding, aren't they, and adding up to take out space. Should we stick the first one in as well to make sure that... Got a good one, have we? And that one's going the other way. That one's good. So we've got 2 out of how many so far? 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. That's not good, but is it usable? Not good. Bad, not good. Was that 2 mil? Yeah. Look at that, guys. So, as you guys have seen, we've got some discrepancies in our material that we have received compared to what it's supposed to be, or compared to what the drawing says it should be. And that's worrying. That's definitely very, very worrying at the minute, because we haven't really got the time, and I haven't got the opportunity to even push that back and wait. So we've already pretty much lost, like, what, half a day on it already, just from messing around today. So it's a really unlucky one, really unlucky one. Now we're gonna head over to Tavi for our meet with Tim, speak to him about some more advertising, and yeah, go from there. But yeah, bit worried, a bit disappointed, but anyway, let's move. So I've just come home, and this is how I get greeted. Say hello. But yeah, it is currently 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock. Near enough 8 o'clock, 5 minutes to 8. Diva's hungry, I'm tired, but it was a good meeting, and Tim gave me a lot of food for thought and a lot of things to really think about and work on and keep in mind when discussing and about BNI and about advertising and about everything, and it's good. So I just wanted to capture a quick moment of, this is the time you normally get home. This 12 o'clock bullshit doesn't run. When you're trying to build something, you need to stay on it. You need to keep working until 7, 8, whatever time it takes to build what you want to build. This is what I'm building. See you boys tomorrow, Tuesday. Right, we have made it to site, and we've brought our railings here. It fits much better than the original one that I fucked up. And then we've got the little one right here. We have brought our camera with us, but I don't know what we'll be able to catch with 48%, so... Ready for it, Sam?
Big ready.
Big ready. I'm not. this has been one of the worst jobs I have ever been on. This one is really difficult to get on, and nothing is in line. Good morning, people. Good morning, good morning. It is now the middle of the week and we're heading over to BNI. I have done quite a bit of thinking last night and this morning, and as you've seen on the last episode, if you don't change, nothing will. And that sort of follows what I've been sort of talking about for the past couple of weeks. How I'm not quite where I want to be. I'm in the process of working on my personal development alongside my business development, and this allows me to bring the business up to the personal, and the business can only grow as far as the personal. So I have come to the conclusion, well, I haven't come to a fresh conclusion, but I have reminded myself of a thing that I thought a lot about a few years ago, and for some reason I had forgotten it-ish. You know, not really completely forgotten it, but I had stopped paying too much attention to it, and it wasn't at the forefront of my mind. So therefore, I was slacking in that department. I guarantee a lot of you won't guess what that department is. So I'll tell you. And it's to do hard things. Because by doing hard things, you learn and you improve. Diamonds are formed through stress and pressure. Therefore, we need to put pressure on ourselves to turn our businesses and ourselves into diamonds. But there comes my but. Because I haven't been doing that. I've been putting myself through a bit of stress here and there, but I'm still trying to make life a little bit easier. And I don't know why. Because making life easier right now is not actually going to help me. What will help me is battling through more adversities, tackling more challenges, improving on the things that I know I need to work on, like making those calls. And I thought about it a lot, especially yesterday. And then I started making some calls, and I realized how just after the first call, you become more calm inside, and it makes it easier on yourself to then follow the subsequent calls and make them as well, and then bring value to them as well. But yeah, I don't really know where I'm going with this. I'm just understanding. I'm just at the stage where I now know 1,000,000% that this is what I must do. I must do more hard shit right now so I can improve myself and become the best version of myself. And then that doesn't just fall for the personal. That gets taken over into the business, because the business needs to do hard shit. That's how the business improves as well. So this is what today is turning into, because typically I would be taking the easy route, and I would be focusing on the stuff that I already have instead of going out and getting more. But not now. Not right now. Because right now and today is about getting more, getting better, battling through that adversity, battling through that mental state telling you, no, do the easy thing. Do not do the easy thing. Do the hard thing. And then the easy thing will be easy anyway after that. If you do the hard shit first, the easy is going to be easy anyway. That's my little message for this morning. I'm heading into BNI. I'm going in there early today because I want to get some work done, some office work done beforehand. So yeah, bit of a rant. I don't know if I made any sense towards the end, but the lesson is do hard shit. Do more hard shit. Do more stuff that you cannot do. That's how you learn to do it. Speak to you guys in a bit. Right, good morning, NS team. Today morning, we are cracking on with things from early dawn. It is currently 6:30, and I've already got my screen all set up. I'm about to draft a little design for West Country, and then we've got to, what else have we got to do? We've just got to chase up the other leads and see if we can close any, because we've spent a decent amount on, we've spent a couple £100 on ads now, and I basically want to see if I can convert anything. I've been pricing a job before. It was a really nice job, and it might end up coming through, and that was a big value. It's about 17,000. So that will do us really nicely right now. But anyway, let's just crack on with some work now. I don't think I've got my GoPro, and I don't know if I'm going to be... Yeah, my bag with the camera stuff is at the workshop at the moment, so I need to bring that back today. Anyway, I'll figure something out. I'll show you a few things. for the customer. This is our model. It's a couple of aluminium towers. I've just had a meeting with him as well. In the meeting, it all went well. There was a few changes that I needed to make, so I've made the changes now. I've redone the model. I've redone the drawing, so everything now is perfect. It's good to go. I'm just about to jot up an email for him, send that over, and then I've got to get on with chasing up the staircase and railings. That's a massive project that I don't want to miss. And I've got to check up a couple of new leads as well, give them calls. Then I've got a price one job, which is a few hours away, down in Penzance. That's a couple of gates. So I need to get the information across to Paul, who's going to quote the electric side for me. Then we could potentially do that one together from my end. It's really good. It's a brilliant business relationship, because if I get a job for an electric gate, we do it together. If he gets a job for an electric gate, we do it together as well. So it works out really well for us to team up like this, because we can be both bringing money to each other, which is really, really good. So let's send this over, get this over to Paul, get another email over requesting the other quote, see if we can get that one smashed out today, and then we've got to make a move in a minute. So let's do it. Right, I've just sent out the first quote on these boxes, and I'm just redoing a quote on a gate. So I'm just going to put that one together. I completely forgot to mention that today is Sam's first day at college for his apprenticeship. So let's see if he learns anything there. That'll be an interesting conversation to find out from him tomorrow. And yeah, so I am running late. It is now 11 o'clock and I still haven't left, and I've got loads more to do here before I can even get out, which is unfortunate. I am a little bit stressed out, but this has to be done before we can move forward, and we still haven't even got the recut materials from the suppliers. So it's really good, but it's really bad at the same time, because I've got the time to do this, but I need to get that job out. I need to get that staircase out. So it might have to be that I'm in there over the weekend as well, working on the staircase. So let's just see what will happen. If I can get forward or close a couple of jobs today, then that will be really good, because then we're moving forwards. I'm keep mentioning a staircase and a railing quote, a really good staircase and a railing job that I'm really hoping to get. I'm waiting on the client to come back to me with an update on discussions, and then we can go from there. I'm also doing a couple of quotes for the leads that we've paid through from Meta Ads. We've had our other ad, which is for general, all sorts of fabrication projects. That's got us a couple leads, so we need to contact them as well. How the fuck do people do this? How do they do all of this and create the work as well when they're on their own? Because just working with the leads is a full-time job, then this is a full-time job, then the workshop is a full-time job. I need to have 2 days for every 1 day that other people have. But I suppose that is just my time management needs to improve a whole lot more. And I am aware of that. I need to make sure I get better at my time management. I need to make sure that I'm actually putting in proper good time. I'm not just sitting here and doing fuck all and then wondering what happened, where's the day gone, when I've actually done fuck all. I need to sit down. This is my task. Set an hour, get it done. Next task, set half an hour, get it done. And just like that. And then in between tasks, you can step out for 2 minutes or have a drink of water and stuff like that, or go to the toilet. But while you're mid-task, you get shit done. You don't fuck about. Yeah, do it. We are just getting ready and heading over to meet with JK, who is the HR specialist man in the BNI community down here. He's going to help us out, draft and get the contract ready for Sam. Sam's doing really well. Apparently he's top of his class, not even on the first day. Smashing it already. Representing the company properly. Love it, Sam. Well done to you. We've just been discussing the final bits with the accountants. So we've made some changes to the structure, and we've basically, what we've gone out and done is we've built a complete company structure for every role that is foreseeable in the future for the business. And this is good. Basically what this is allowing me to do is create more of a plan and not run things half planned. That's probably not the best word to use. Just thinking of the right word. But yeah, it gives me a more of an understanding of the type of people that I need to look for in order to grow to the next stage. So I've got my targets of what I need to achieve. So I've got sales targets, and once I've achieved those sales targets, what I can start doing is looking for my next hire. And then what I've done is I've created an entire company structure which helps me guess my next hire. Well, not guess, but that's exactly the thing, is understand my next hire correctly. But yeah, so we're just gonna go over, have a chat with JK, see what he says, get that contract sorted out. Accounting's already been sorted out. I've sent out 2 quotes today, discussed things with 3 clients. They look semi-qualified, I'm not gonna lie, they wasn't the greatest. One of them is especially, one of them was like a really half-ass thing. I don't even think I'm gonna be bothering with that one, because at the end of the day I need to be putting my time into qualified people, and some of those people just they're just not, they've just filled out the form just to fill it out, and that's to be expected. You know, that will happen. You will end up falling on leads like that, but you can still work and move forwards with other things. But yeah, so let's go over, have the meeting with JK, and I'll reconvene with you guys after that. Bit unfortunate, but we haven't made it to the workshop today. We've just been super busy focusing on the background stuff that needs to be done, and then we're going to be in the workshop with Sam tomorrow. So that's the plan. Slight mess up, but it has to be done. And then tomorrow morning we can send Sam out to replace the little parts. So yeah, we'll do that. Do it that way. Nice one. Catch you guys in a minute. I'll give you some updates of what JK's suggestions are. Morning, good morning, NS family. We have reached the end of yet another week, and we're just heading into the workshop now to crack on with that staircase. I am a little bit concerned because we need to go. So what's likely going to happen is I'm going to send Sam over to replace the treads box section, because we haven't had a chance to replace it yet. And in that meantime, I'm going to try and contact some of the new leads that have come in. And then once Sam is back, we can then crack on with sorting out the staircase. But yeah, I've just got some concerns and worries. So we'll see. We'll just have to see how that goes. I'm pretty sure it will be all right, but still, we'll have to see. So let's get over to the unit, and I think that's Sam in front of me actually. So yeah, let's get over to the unit and we'll go from there. So we've got to the unit now. We've got Sam with us here. Unfortunately, he's a bit taller than me, so we'll do that. Gosh, yeah, cut your legs off, mate. But yeah, so Sam, he's done his first day at college yesterday. I've already told you that, you know that. But let's hear from first hand how our company was represented in college. So what was he going to tell me?
Oh, just done. Well, I've just found that, so we did augmented reality welding, which I've never done before.
Oh, that's the thing with the glasses?
Yeah.
Well, you actually tried that?
Yeah,
that's sick.
That's what we were doing for like the last 2 hours in the afternoon.
Shit, fair enough, okay.
And on my first time, and it was set up for a right-handed person, obviously I'm left-handed.
Yeah.
But I still done it, and I got a score of 99, which...
Top score in the class, boy?
Yeah, which is, they said only professional welders and the guys.
Top score in the class.
Yeah.
And I've had you hold a torch how many times? 4?
What, 4? Yeah,
before you went in?
Yeah, so...
That's what that is.
Pretty good, and I passed the brake test every single time as well, like the bend test.
So let me see. So what was you doing? Have you got any?
So that's what the weld looked like.
Good. Okay.
And then these lines are basically, if it's along that middle bit, that's where it wants to be. All greens, all everything. But yeah, and it was like, for comparison, everyone was struggling to get like over like into the 90s.
Is that your scores, or is that just your scores?
Yeah, that's all like what they test you on, sort of thing.
I've never seen a machine like that. That's really interesting.
It's pretty good.
I like how they've got a sticker working.
Yeah, there was a couple that weren't, yeah.
Yeah, bro, that's fucking nice, man. So I'm guessing what you've got, travel angle, yeah, work angle, travel angle. Yeah, so this work angle is what I was telling you about, keeping the torch at a certain angle.
Well, what you told me worked, because I got 99 on that one.
Exactly. And then CTWD, what did I say that stands for? Weld diameter?
CTWD. I want to say that was... the problem is that some of them were set up American, which I think this one was, so some of the things are...
Aim is getting better, which is good.
Yeah.
Travel speed is good, 11 inches per minute, that's typically standard. Yeah. 24 volts, which is standard, so that's about 200 amps, yeah, good. Bend test passed, settings passed. Did you have to set the settings up yourself?
Settings were automatic, but defects and bend test was basically where people kept failing. This is the only one that I struggled with.
So what's that one?
The angle.
See, the angle. That's what I've been pulling you up a couple of times on, because you've got it either too shallow, and then that pushes other metrics away from you as well.
Yeah.
But that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
But
Mate.
even that one that I struggled with, I still got 88. So,
Yeah.
and then when I fixed my issue, that's the one I got 99 on. So
Fucking
that was the next one I
beauty,
did.
man, beauty. I've never seen that. That's really interesting. Take a video for me if you can, sometime, of what the screen looks like.
Yeah.
Is it an actual torch, same as this?
Yeah, it's like basically so you put on like the helmet, which is you can't see out of. It's just got like that's what the VR
So it's like a welding mask.
Yeah.
But instead of the thing, you've got an actual LED screen, like an actual like computer screen.
Yeah, pretty much. And then what you can see on the screen also shows up on the computer, like on the screen on the machine.
Oh yeah.
And then
yeah.
you hold one of them. Obviously nothing comes out, but it is quite accurate. Like it does look like what it looks like in real life.
That's really cool.
But,
that's really cool. I've seen it before in like on like YouTube videos and stuff. But yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, definitely
awesome,
enjoyed it.
mate. Awesome.
Yeah.
Back in next week.
Exactly.
So, it is time to wrap up another episode. As you guys can see, I'm in my lit up office. So that's finally come together. We've got our window, we've got our lights, we've got our power. So things are looking good. 10 weeks, man. 10 weeks. We've done 10 weeks of filming. Obviously, you guys, we are working on some more bits at the moment. There's some real good stuff coming up ahead, so keep your eyes open. I'm warning you now, 11 and 12 are going to be something else. So keep your eyes open for them. But just to wrap up this week, it's been another slow week, but stuff has moved ahead. A lot of stuff has moved ahead. So just to wrap it up on a lesson for you guys. What did we learn this week? Number one, what we learned is that we cannot trust all the suppliers. Sometimes suppliers are going to send you shit materials and you need to be ready for that. You need to have your pipeline filled up. So when you get the shit materials or when something happens and you're not able to continue with one job, you need to have that backup. You need to have the other stuff in the workshop so you can jump on that instead and you're not losing any time and you're not paying for your guys to be sat around doing nothing. And that is an absolutely essential part of growing a little business, because if you fail to have a decent pipeline for your lads and you get one little hiccup, all it takes, and you end up paying 1, 2, 3, depends on how big the delay is. You could be paying out weeks if you haven't had your pipeline set up. And that's exactly what I've been working on for the upcoming weeks. And things are definitely looking good. I hope you guys enjoyed another episode, and let me know what you guys think in the comments in regards to the lengths and what it is. What is something that I can do to make your time better on this channel? Because that's all I want. I want people to have fun, hopefully learn something. Don't learn nothing, at least have some fun. So let me know what I can do to improve on that. With that note, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. This has been Chico, and I'm out.